Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake's
Can't do that.
Yeah.
Classic American man.
Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
Hello, internet. We're back. I don't know why
Christ.
I don't know why I'm talking like that.
Hello, internet.
Hello.
I
I heard you like the internet. Why did it go goofy? There's a little bit of goof there.
You know, sometimes the internet just really just does it for me. It just says, you know what? This is why I'm awesome. And I saw a picture of a dump truck, and on the back it says rock, sand, and underneath it says you don't have to put on the red light.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn you,
It's really
internet.
good stuff.
God damn you, internet, for just, God.
Oh, I love it.
I can't fucking quit you.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Off Panel, Off Topic. Episode number 8, everybody.
Whoa.
Yeah. Before we get into this, kind of the topics that we want to talk about today, I do want to talk about just stuff that we're enjoying. Not necessarily comic book related, more of the pop culture related, but so what's something that you're enjoying right now? What's like your silver lining in your week?
Well, right now it's What If. That's the thing that kind of like.
I'm caught up. I watched all 3 episodes.
What was the deal with the third one?
The third one.
What?
I liked it in a sense of I liked that they tried something new with the format, but
I guess, but it was just like what?
What if is what it is. See, this is the problem.
I'm not gonna get into it.
No, this is the problem that you run into with What If is, you're trying to be new and different and tell new stories,
right?
But at the same time, you don't want to drift too far away. I don't know. I didn't have I didn't have a problem with it. I don't understand why people didn't like it.
You know that I am. Are a lot of people saying that?
A lot of people didn't like this episode.
You know that I am one of the biggest What If apologists out there. Like, I love the idea of it. I loved that comic book when I was growing up. I love everything about it. It's awesome. I'm super big fan. The first 2 episodes, the second episode was awesome. Just crazy fantastic. But this past one was just like, okay, I'm really trying hard to give you guys the benefit of the doubt because I believe in this project. And I like it. But I just don't know if maybe you guys went a little bit off the reservation on this one. But you know what? Hey, honestly, Kevin Feige has his finger in all of it. So if he greenlit it, all right. Okay. I know better than to question that motherfucker.
Well, I think it's still showing the abilities of what you can do inside that framing, where you can tell that kind of a story. Because there's no way that would be a mainstream story.
Yeah, it was dark too. Also, if we when we finally get so popular that we're like a fixture at San Diego Comic-Con and we finally do meet Kevin Feige, we're
hosting a Marvel panel.
I referred to you as motherfucker in the respectful term, like, you're a bad motherfucker.
It's like when Sam Jackson called someone
basically. Yeah. So I just want to make sure you know that we think you're awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love you, Kevin Feige.
I fucking do, man.
No, I'm enjoying it as well.
Fanboying out.
I think that the T'Challa Star-Lord episode, I like that one the most, just because that one really twists the format, and like I love the fact that they got Josh Brolin to come back and be Thanos,
and then they made me cry
last time.
You fuckers.
Well, then I like the twist of even setting up more stuff with Ego showing up and meeting Peter earlier.
But that's a story for another time.
So
Jeffrey Wright, I will say this, that the way that they portrayed the Watcher, especially this last episode, like in the background a couple times, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. One of my biggest issues with this show is how it's being released. They should have just released the whole season as one thing.
The reason why
this is the most bingeable show that they have, because they're 30-minute episodes. They don't mean anything. Like, they're cool, unique.
Well, see,
no, they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Dude,
if they tie this in, I'm done.
What?
Because this is done. This is going to Tyler, this is what has destroyed the comic book industry consistently. What has consistently killed the comic book industry?
I don't know.
When they have too many fucking universes, too many multiple all this shit, and then they have too much going on, and it gets convoluted, and people are going to turn off.
Somebody just needs a note card.
If they keep going down this path, you're going to hate it. You act like you won't eventually hate these movies. You will. because they're going to keep doing this shit. I don't want What If tied to the MCU other than, hey, remember these movies? What if this happened? That's all I want. I don't want it to be tied in any fucking grand scheme of this timeline shit because I'm already getting agitated. So I don't want it.
Wow, you clearly are agitated.
Yes,
but I think
am.
that you were agitated when you woke up today.
No, I'm agitated because What If should be its own fucking thing. No, I'm just kidding. But I, in all seriousness, I do worry that it is going to convolute things, and I've already talked to ad nauseum about this on the show, but I'm just saying it is worrisome.
Ad nauseum. That's a new character that we just created.
Because you already, after 3 episodes, there's already one episode where you're like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? And you're really going to try and put how would you even implement those what if stories into the canon? How?
I didn't say you'd make them canon, but
you keep doing that like you think they will. I don't know, man.
But there's a we'll wait. We'll see.
I see that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what makes me think that you think they're gonna tie.
I do, and the reason why I do is because there's that scene in a lot of the previews and shit where they show the Avengers, and then they change into like T'Challa, Star-Lord, and Thanos, Gamora, and fucking Sorcerer Supreme, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, dude.
Well, that's because season 2.
I think, huh?
Well, I know for a fact that they have a second season.
Cool. Did I? Oh. Oh, I meant to do. Okay. What am I? Wasn't there a cough button?
That's the mute button. You already hit it. Stop fucking with the board.
Will you stop touching my?
Touching your button?
You really know how to push my buttons.
Oh, I do.
So, no, but
I don't know why I'm so aggro about it. I don't know. It just irks me. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway.
No, I
like the show, by the way.
Yeah.
I just
don't. I do too.
I don't know. I don't think there's a good way to tie that into anything else. Because what is worrying me already about the whole multiverse saga, is we're immediately jumping into the Spider-Man stuff. And speaking of Spider-Man, No Way Home,
we
saw the trailer. You saw the trailer at
then
this
we
point.
jerked off. Like everybody else did. Like, oh, Marvel.
I was walking my dog, and
yeah, you were.
I really was.
Oh,
I
thought that was a
fucking
euphemism.
pervert. Jesus.
What?
Something that's nice and wholesome that I do with my dog, and you made it dirty.
No, I meant.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Fucking with you.
I meant your dog was your wiener, and you were walking.
No, I know what it. Jesus Christ! I love it when you explain the joke, Tyler.
Wait a second.
There's a reason this show is called Off Panel, Off Topic.
Because I was just off panel.
I was walking Coop outside because I didn't know, because this was when the leak this was the day after the leak happened, and they scrubbed.
I didn't want to try to.
Well, they scrubbed it from. the internet.
Yeah, I didn't want to try and find it anymore.
Yeah,
it would have been shitty
by
quality.
the time I found out about it, it had already been pretty much deleted from all over the internet.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It didn't. I was fine. But yeah, I was walking Coop, and I had it in my hand, and I was walking, and then I saw the trailer, or Adam, who friend of the show, who will be on the show at some point. We'll talk about that later. But he's like, "Holy shit, you got to watch this fucking Spider-Man trailer." And I was like, "Oh shit, the real one's out." So I went to YouTube and I made sure I looked in. I went to.
It still hardly seems real.
Yeah, I went to the Sony, I saw the Sony official YouTube, so I was like, okay, so clearly this is the real deal.
There's nothing fucking worse than going on YouTube looking for a trailer and
some
fucking
fan-made
cocksucker.
bullshit.
Oh my God, and it's always so shitty. And you know what I really hate? I've gotten a lot better at being able to determine that it's not a real trailer within 10 seconds.
If it's not from the official, if it's not from
Yeah, well, a lot of them say official.
No, I mean there's a few movie clips, Joe Blow. There's a couple out there that you can trust, but it is hard to navigate because a lot of those fucking fan made trailers have very convincing thumbnails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely got burned by that before. I was like, oh, fuck you.
So fucking irritating. They take a clip of the actor from another
it would
movie and insert it really terribly.
It would be different
into
if
some fucking green screen shit.
It would be different if some of them are pretty upfront and that say fan edit, and I appreciate those people.
Yeah. Just tell me it's a fan edit, and I
then
won't
I'll watch it.
No, I won't watch it because
I watch it.
No,
because I have a positive view on it instead of okay, so you're not trying to clickbait me. This is what this is. I'll watch this. This is cool.
Sure. Okay. if you're saying this is a fan edit, then yeah, you're not trying to clickbait me because I won't click on you because get a different hobby. Go away. Gross. I'm gonna fake out all these people into thinking there's a real trailer out here.
This episode is sponsored by Coca-Cola, by the way. Just cracked open a Coke.
Yeah.
Tyler's got one. Actually, no, they're not. Unofficial sponsor, though. That's gonna be a new thing this week. Unofficial sponsor, Coca-Cola.
Are you having a hot day at the park?
We're not doing an ad. It's unofficial, so we don't have to do any ad reads. We just mention it.
It was gonna be really funny.
Well, the only commercials I watch are trailers, and I'm talking about Spider-Man. You look really. You look so upset. Let's talk about No Way Home.
No Way Home?
Oh, what
bad.
are some of our favorite moments from the trailer?
For
For me, it's the pumpkin bomb.
Yeah.
When the pumpkin bomb hits and you hear Willem Dafoe's cackle.
Can I say something? I don't give a shit about Peter Parker's personal life. I never have
Either.
When I finally,
I mean, I understand that's like the pillar of Spider-Man.
That's like half the trailer, and I'm like, I don't fucking care. Show me the Doc Ock and the fucking. I know it's bad, but it's just like
show me more punching.
No.
Yeah.
Zendaya is incredibly attractive, so that's fun, and she's a great actress. The guy who plays Ned, he's funny.
I think her and Tom Holland's relationship it reminds me a lot of Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, because they've been publicly together. Like, I don't know if they're actually dating or not, but they have. You can see that chemistry that they have naturally come on screen. Like with Far From Home, I thought they were great together, and now they're really gonna kind of elaborate that on this movie. I'm interested in what they're trying to do with it, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But so my favorite is the pumpkin bomb. Hearing Willem Dafoe's laugh, and I think that's important because I think this movie is acknowledging that while Raimi's movies had its faults, they properly cast that movie. You can argue about Tobey Maguire. I don't really like Tobey Maguire that much as Spider-Man, but Green Goblin and Doc Ock especially were perfectly cast, and I love the fact that they got Alfred fucking Molina to
the guy that you had run Sandman, Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
I wonder.
To be really honest, the only shitty fucking casting in that whole trilogy was fucking Topher Grace.
Yeah, because
every other one was spot on.
Their justification for that was they were trying to make him seem more like Peter Parker and be like a dark reflection of Peter instead of the bulking looking guy
what
in
happened
comics.
was Marvel was like, we want to make sure you can put Venom in this movie too.
Yeah,
and Sam
because
Raimi was like,
no, I wanted these two.
No, it's Sandman. And then who?
Hobgoblin.
Oh, God. If you're going to do Hobgoblin, give him the fucking Hobgoblin costume. Come on, man. What was that?
No, but
what was that flying snowboard shit?
We'll get there because that brings up a good
Raimi.
That brings up a good topic. What was your favorite moment of the trailer?
I honestly just I know it's terrible, but the callbacks. I mean, hello Peter. Alfred Molina is the best. You know what Alfred Molina part is my favorite? Do you remember Boogie Nights?
Oh yeah.
He's the fucking weirdo.
He was in that movie, yeah.
He's the weirdo who's trying to buy the Coke, and he's got the fucking little Thai kid running around like fucking throwing off firecrackers, and Thomas Jane is just like That whole scene is fucking
Alfred
insane.
Molina.
Yeah. But my favorite Alfred Molina scene is
I like how this became an Alfred Molina Stan podcast.
He was also the guy in Indiana Jones. Throw me the idol, I throw you the whip.
Oh yeah.
That's Alfred Molina. But also, he was in a Jim Jarmusch movie called Coffee and Cigarettes, and he had a scene with Steve Coogan, who is also an incredibly hilarious guy. And this is before Steve Coogan kind of blew up, so he's mainly known in, kind of indie circles or whatever. But Molina's an established actor, so they're both talking, and they're just talking about stuff. And every time Steve Coogan says something, Alfred Molina's like, oh, that's really cool. I would love to be a part of that. And Steve Coogan's just like, well, I'll see what I can do. I'm not sure, And the whole thing, it keeps going that way for a while. And then Molina gets a phone call, and he's like, oh, yeah, Spike, hello, yeah. Oh, I'd love to be a part of that. Yeah, of course, yeah. So he gets off the phone, and Steve Coogan's like, who was that? And he's like, yeah, that was Spike Jonze. Spike Jonze, really? Spike Jonze calls you? Yeah, he wants me to do a movie. Oh, That's cool. Do you think I could maybe be a part of that? And and the scene ends with Alfred Molina being like, "No, I don't think so." And it's just a really hilarious like flip flopping of like it. Obviously, you got to watch it for it to do it justice, but they're both really great in that scene because they're both really funny and both really good actors. So I'm just excited that they brought him back. That
and J.K. Simmons being back because he's the only person that could be J. Jonah Jameson.
Pretty much. But here's the other thing too is in terms of having Alfred Molina come back, like with Christian Bale in Love and Thunder. Okay, Christian Bale is one of those actors that won't take a part if the script sucks. He doesn't do he did Dark Knight, but because the script was good. You know what I mean? And after the second one, he was like, "Well, I
don't know about that. One. He was in Terminator Salvation. I feel like
maybe the script was better when he signed on.
I think that was. I need to remodel. I need to remodel my bathroom.
Perhaps
that's what I feel like. Because I feel like actors do take movies to just pay for shit.
But the quality of craftsmanship involved in Love and Thunder makes me think that there's a very good reason why he's going to God
said
Butcher.
it's the craziest movie he's ever
So
made.
I think Alfred was given a script that was just top notch, and he was like, "This sounds good to me." That's what I love about all these movies.
Also,
is
Alfred
they get
Molina,
these really good actors.
Alfred Molina is also very much a theater guy. He's very much a stage actor. Yeah. So I'm sure he took that because I don't know where he came in and filmed it because I know they filmed during the pandemic. So I'm wondering if he thought like maybe they offered him that role and he took it because he can't perform on stage anymore. During
perhaps
the thing. So that's what I'm wondering.
Definitely a possibility.
I think that whatever the case may be, I'm glad that he's back. I'm glad that they did this. Like but it's a weird thing because I think this might be the last MCU Spider-Man movie.
I think they have him on contract.
This is Sony's way of taking all the things from the MCU and sliding them into their universe. I think this is something's going to happen.
He's slated for one more appearance in an MCU movie after this one.
Yeah, probably a team up.
Yes.
Because I think Marvel...
But yes, this
Marvel
is the last...
Because based on their breakup from a couple years ago, I think Marvel is kind of at the point where like, okay, you're not worth the headache dealing with anymore.
Pretty much.
We really don't want to bring Venom into the MCU or any of the shit you're doing. We'll give you Spider-Man back. We'll do something and set it up that way. Because it also seems like do we think it's going to be like their version of One More Day? Because that's clearly where this is going.
That's such a crappy fucking storyline.
It is though, isn't it? I mean, we're at the point where Peter's identity is revealed. He doesn't want MJ to be hurt or things like he's trying to take care of her. So then he kind of thinks the thing where like I wish nobody would remember who I was or whatever. Then there's all these theories, but about Mephisto coming in, and there's all this other stuff. And I'm like, can we just stop with the Mephisto shit?
Right.
We don't know if we'll ever see him, and if we do, it'll probably be in the Multiverse of Madness. Because I feel like that's the only logical way we could go, unless you really want to go full No More Day, which, by the way, everybody that likes Spider-Man hates that fucking storyline. It sucks.
Because it's stupid. It ranks right up there with guess what? Norman Osborn fucked Gwen Stacy. It's right up there. Right up there,
it's
dude.
It's clearly the editorial at the time saying, well,
no,
Spider-Man...
it's J. Michael Straczynski.
No, it's better... No, this is what it is. It's the same shit every fucking time. It's better when Spider-Man is miserable and isn't with MJ and people don't know who he is. So we have to constantly make these stupid stories where it's saying retcons and doing this. And that's what I think it is, really. But who knows? Don't blame JMS. I like JMS. Don't throw him under the bus.
Fuck you, Michael Straczynski. You fucking suck, you sick pervert fuck.
I hope we get big enough someday to interview JMS, and it's only going to be me because he will not come on the show if it's you.
Oh, really? So he can't hack this question? Hey, what fucking sick fucking drug were you on when you thought, it'd be a really good storyline? Gwen Stacy sucking Norman Osborn's cock. What the fuck did you wake up and smoke to go, that's a good storyline and I'm going to be beloved by Spider-Man fans forever? No, we all hate you. We hate you. I can't wait for you to come on the show. Fucking jerk. Why would you pollute something?
All right. Anyway,
like that?
what do you think we'll see Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield? Because they were smart to not show any of that. If there is that in this movie, they were very smart to be coy with it.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't think we will, honestly.
Is it December?
December 17th.
So I mean, we still have a ways to go.
We have like
and
100 some days before.
As you've seen, Shang-Chi trailers have gotten more and more detailed.
We don't need to, and by the way, I'm against that.
Me too.
I don't need to see any other trailer. I'm in. I want to see this fucking movie.
Me too.
I don't need to see
I'm right there with
but
you.
Anyway,
sometimes
as you were saying,
they're inescapable. Yeah.
As we get closer to release, they'll have more trailers.
Do I think they'll show up? I hope so. I really do. I think it would be really, really neat and very meta and very just. Sometimes if you do it right, fan service can be pretty fucking cool.
You know what it seems like to me? It seems like this is Sony and Marvel working out their way to take Spider-Man out of the MCU and go back to Sony.
That's fine with me.
But here's the thing. You gotta let me finish here.
Well, I am. I'm saying that's cool.
You fucked up my flow, man.
Start over.
I was about to lay it down for
Just
you.
fucking start over. God damn.
You're
like J. Michael Straczynski.
Oh, you fuck. I think it's a cool thing from Sony and Marvel to kind of. I think they're going to work out this deal to take him out of the MCU. But also, I think this is Sony validating Sam Raimi, because if they bring in Tobey Maguire, they're almost validating. Because yes, they're going to bring in Electro. Yes, they're going to. It looks like Sandman's in the trailer.
I've heard reports of Lizard and Venom.
Maybe Venom. We don't know. But there's clearly.
I think there's people taking acid seeing shit in this trailer that I don't.
There's clearly a shot of yellow bolt of lightning. So the Electro is in it. And he is fighting Sandman.
Sinister Six will be a part of this.
Yeah, for sure. And
it'll be cool as fuck.
That's what I mean. How big is this fucking movie going to be? Jesus Christ. Like, how are they going to make this work in a 2.5 hour time frame that's going to make sense? Because I'm trying to think of, like, what the... Thunder outside.
It sounded like somebody was knocking on the door.
Yeah, it was weird. But my thing is, like, I'm worried it might get too crowded, because Spider-Man movies are notorious for doing that.
My theory is that the stuff with Doctor Strange at the beginning of the trailer and then down in the basement is within the first, like, 20 minutes.
What about the train? The train sequence?
That's going to be way later in the movie for some reason. I don't
think Strange... I think
it looks like Strange is attacking Spider-Man, does it not?
Well, he pushes himself apart, but he has a hold of a box, which I don't know what the box is.
Right. No, that's what he's pushing him out. I'm talking about the train.
No, I know.
It looks like he's surrounding him with the trains.
No, I think he's teaching him that...
I don't know.
We're in the multiverse.
I will say...
Because he's using the mirror dimension that he used on Thanos.
There has been a leaked No Way Home Lego set, and it is called Spider-Man in the Sanctum Sanctorum Workshop. And it features Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, MJ, and Ned. Ned leads. So those are the... or it might be Wong. I haven't looked closely enough. So that's...
No, it can't be Wong. He's on vacation.
Well, I know, but they might have him
People
there.
are asking, is he in 10 Rings? So
it's been revealed that
he's
he did
okay.
That
So
scene,
then that's why he leaves.
He didn't say anything about it. He can't. But yeah,
that's why he leaves in the beginning of Spider-Man, because
maybe.
My assumption is he's leaving to go into that movie.
Possibly.
He's literally
which is funny
because
it's like
movie.
4 months later.
Yeah, but we don't know in the timeline. We don't know when those two movies occur. See?
Timelines.
See? There you go. My proof again.
Shut your hole, bitch.
Now you're mad because I made sense earlier.
No, I'm mad.
I'm just trying to figure out how big this is going to be, because I'm excited, dude. This trailer was fucking rad. Like, I was so into it, especially the fact that we didn't get one. We got the awesome Doc Ock reveal, but that pumpkin bomb. The reason why it was such a big moment for me, because Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin is my favorite interpretation of a Spider-Man villain, probably one of my favorite villain portrayals in a movie, because he just fucking devours the scenery, and it's so amazing. Like, when he's like, I can quote his lines just from that movie. That's how much I fucking love Willem Dafoe's performance, and especially when he's talking to himself in the mirror. So to have that and Doc Ock was like such a, like, and I get it. I know I'm being manipulated, because those are my Sam Raimi Spider-Man. That's what I grew up with. So clearly they're ripping right into my nostalgia. But you know what? I want to be fucking manipulated, dude. How can you watch that trailer and not be fucking excited?
I watched. See, that's where we differ. My seminal upbringing with Spider-Man was Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends cartoon. So that's why a
you
lot
think
of this.
We'll see more of a traditional looking Electro from Jamie Foxx because his bolts are yellow, not blue. So that's a change.
Maybe I don't know, man.
Are you ready for 4 months or a little less than 4 months of this shit of like, well, this particular frame, if you freeze it at this speed, you'll see it looks like a symbiote, you know? It's like, just wait for the movie to come out, guys.
It's going to be a good movie. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the Eternals. They finally released that one too.
That first trailer sucked. The one that they just released is a lot better.
I think it's all good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Will they finally explain why the fuck they didn't get involved in Endgame?
Because they're not supposed to.
Stupid.
You don't understand.
I'm so sick of that.
Do you know the
I'm
Eternals?
so sick of that fucking excuse that Marvel uses. Well, let's make Captain Marvel in the 90s, but then never seem to reference her until we absolutely need to in the last 2 movies because we didn't think ahead to write her character in before.
She's busy doing other shit.
There's no way you can tell me Captain Marvel was an attacked on character. I'm sorry, but it just, in terms of the context of the MCU, in terms of narrative, doesn't make sense.
We know that.
Hey, aliens are fucking teleporting through Earth. The fucking shield heads are telling me I should nuke New York, but I'm not going to call the intergalactic being that could end this fucking whole thing in one swoop. Come on.
Maybe he did, and she didn't come. Maybe have you not heard that theory that he did try to get her all those times, but she never responded until then?
No.
No.
Yeah, but that's people making...
You know that face you just made? No.
That's people making headcanon. That's people making that shit up. Well, if you read the novelization, it really... Fuck you! Tell me in the movie!
Fuck you.
Just kidding. I don't know why I'm so aggro today.
What's going on?
Because... I just want to see this fucking Spider-Man movie already.
Dude, some of my favorite memes that I've seen recently on Facebook and whatnot on the internet have all been referencing the No Way Home trailer, and like they'll show like, you know, Willem Dafoe from Spider-Man, the first one, and then like a little kid, and then they'll, you know, being like,
oh, the iCarly meme?
Yeah.
We're just her drinking the coffee, and it's the same.
But then it's her like 30 years.
Yeah.
I love those because it totally gets like how I feel about it. I am a fucking fanboy, dude. He knows it. You all know it. I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Now, no, the Spider-Man movies, the 3 Raimi ones aren't my favorite movies. They're
not great movies. Like, I'm not trying to say that they don't have their flaws.
Hang on. They do hold up because for the time, and they are good movies. Raimi's a good filmmaker. 3, even though they had to shoehorn Venom in because the studio wanted him, he still did the best he could with that shit. Yeah. It was still fairly decent.
I think Spider-Man 3 is better than all the hate it gets. It's still not a great movie.
It's kind of like the prequels, the Star Wars prequels.
I will say this about the Raimi movies. Some of the action and the choreography and what he was able to do, except for a few CGI shots, hold up.
Yeah.
The dialogue, not so much, because it is all of them are extremely cheesy.
It's almost campy.
Yeah,
almost.
Especially the first Spider-Man movie, because he says, "That's a cute outfit. Who made that? Or did your husband make that for you?" And I was like, oh, boy, that's a 2002 joke. But anyway, speaking of Spider-Man movies, and in anticipation for No Way Home, we are going to do something really cool. Yeah. We are going to do the Spider-Man rewatch.
Oh, wait. Don't we want to do
that? Yeah. Spider-Man. Rewatch. Thwip. Anyway, it's going to be us along...
Flip, what the fuck?
It's going to be us along with our friend of the show, Adam Degenerate. He is the biggest Spider-Man fan I know, so I couldn't...
Did you just call him a degenerate?
He is. I couldn't do it without him, so in the weeks leading up to the No Way Home theatrical release, we are going to be talking about every live-action Spider-Man and Spider-Verse.
From now until the release of the movie, when we get time, we're gonna do these and record them.
These will be
standalone,
pre-recorded.
Yeah.
We
got a lot of shit going on with our lives.
We're gonna record those, and then Tyler and I might chime in with a little intro to talk about the current events and things that we would usually talk about in condensed fashion, and then give you those.
I'm excited because
Spider-Man, and it's been a long time.
I haven't seen the first 3, the Raimi ones. I haven't seen those.
I have them on Blu-ray.
I haven't seen them since,
and that's gonna be
10
key.
years probably.
And it's gonna be fun. We're gonna not only talk about the movie, but we're gonna talk about behind the scenes stuff. Because I'm
excited
because I have Spider-Man. Adam has all of the Spider-Man movies on Blu-ray, so and all of them are fucking filled with behind the scenes info and shit. So we'll definitely talk, because I really want to just go knee deep in this, because I really do think somehow No Way Home
go balls deep.
Somehow No Way Home is going to tie in every single live action Spider-Man movie ever made. I don't know about Spider-Verse. We're adding Spider-Verse to the mix because obviously it was the first major release that kind of introduced a multiverse angle.
When we were talking about this the other day, coming up with this idea, which again, I love it because I haven't seen those first 3 in a long ass time. And I don't think I ever even gave the other 2, the amazing ones, any real chance at all. I just don't like Andrew Garfield. He's too cool to be Peter Parker. But
they
this
made him a skateboarder.
Which makes sense with his balance. I suggested putting Into the Spider-Verse in there because I think it'll give us kind of a perspective of the multiverse, so that we're getting ready for it.
They might bring in Miles in this. I don't know, because No Way Home is already pretty fucking crowded. So I don't. But I definitely think there's going to be nods to Sony making a Miles Morales movie, which Sony, fucking do it, because I would love to see a live action Miles Morales movie. That'd be fucking
Fuck you,
dope.
Sony. Fuck you.
What? You don't want a Miles Morales movie?
If they were smart, Sony would go to...
Actually, I don't think they will. Sorry. Go ahead. I just had a thought.
No. If they were smart, they would... MCU would go to Sony and say, look, here's what we're going to do, okay? Obviously, you're never going to sell us Spider-Man back, and we're stupid for having sold it to you, because now we can't have him unless you let us.
They were bankrupt at the time.
Right. But here's our deal. You ready? We'll give you 25% of all gross tickets for every single Spider-Man thing we do in perpetuity. Just give him back to us. All of his shit. All of it. Morbius, fucking Venom, fucking Craven, all give it back to us, and you can have 25% of the gross fucking ticket sales for the rest of time. And we'll even let you have an independent accountant verify that shit, because sometimes they can fudge shit around. You know what I mean? Movie business. Seriously, I know. Again, we know that you're never going to sell Spider-Man back to us. But this way, we can use him the way we want, which makes way more sense than the bullshit you're trying over there. Okay? And then you get paid every time we use him. Right? No, because Sony's like, we should get 100%. Like, fuck you, Sony.
Yeah.
Sorry, when it comes down to it, Sony is the J. Michael Straczynski of of Hollywood.
All right, so that's enough Spider-Man talk. What did you guys think of the trailer? Where do you think the story's gonna go? Like, that's the questions you got to answer right there, right? So I'm excited. December 17th can't come soon enough. Still sticking to that theater release. There's also rumors that Venom is going to be delayed again until January. So now people are speculating, are they delaying it because he's involved in the new Spider-Man movie, or Spider-Man is involved in the new Venom movie? I don't know.
Wait a second. Have we looked at the original release dates of these?
It's all speculation. Sony themselves have not come out and said they are delaying it.
As far as I know, Let There Be Carnage was finished way after way before No Way Home.
It was supposed to release last year. It was they're filming.
No Way Home is way more recently made.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Venom's filming would have been 2019.
So why would they delay the Venom movie because he's involved in No Way Home when he wouldn't have been involved in No Way Home when they made Venom?
I don't know. Doesn't make sense. So
fuck you, Sony.
Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell out. I'm sorry.
I meant somebody crash their car.
To go, like, fuck you. I'm sorry. My bad. But honestly, fuck you, Sony.
Jeez.
There goes those sponsorship dollars.
Let's move to Tyler's long box before we talk to the main topic, because the main topic is going to take some time. So let's go to Tyler's long box. Anyway, what's in your long box today, Tyler?
Well, let me go
This
ahead
week.
and fish it out.
I don't know why it makes that sound when you take it out.
Yeah, it's weird. Those of you who know me know that I'm a huge fan of Mike Allred, and he is one of the better comic book artists out there. His stuff is original. It's just, you'll have to look it up just to see it. But he did probably one of my favorite X books in the last 20 years, and that was with, I think, Peter Milligan, called X Statics, which was born out of the ruins of X-Force. And I don't know if you read that storyline or whatever, but it was incredibly violent and very. They basically made the X-Force people like celebrities, and you got to read it. It's just one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest deconstructions of the superhero concept and also fame and things like that, and it's very topical for our day and age right now. But what I'd like to talk about is Madman comics. Now, Madman wouldn't work if you tried to make a movie of it now, because honestly people would say that you were ripping off Deadpool, which is not accurate because Madman doesn't swear, like, at all. He's not pan-amorous or pansexual. He's in love with one girl named Jo, and it's a really sweet relationship that they have. But he's funny. He's funny as shit, and it's not like other comic books. In fact, there's a sequence where he's fighting a guy who is the Muscle Man from this circus that he joins to find a killer. And the Muscle Man is actually a guy who just doesn't have skin, right? So it's like kind of a wacky comic, right? And they're fighting, and there are these great action scenes, but while they're fighting, he's talking about how much he doesn't like fighting. Like, he's got little captions, little thought, captions out there. And, like, it's basically like, the only kind of fights that I like to get into, honestly, are the ones where you have no time to think. Because I got to be honest, I'm kind of a scaredy cat. And you know what? And he doesn't know who he was in the past. He's a reanimated dead body. Okay, so he doesn't know who he is, and he talks about like how existence is pain. And, he's like, if I had the chance, I don't care if I know I could win. I don't want to feel any pain. I'm afraid of getting my butt kicked. But it's just you don't see those kind of sequences in comics. And, like, he fights, like, mutant street beatniks. And there's a guy called Mott the Hoople, this alien that comes down, and that's... or he's Mott from the planet Hoople, which Mott the Hoople is a very influential glam band from the 70s, very influential on, like, say, T-Rex and David Bowie and stuff and all that stuff. But if you get a chance, please go out there and check out Madman Comics. You can usually find it somewhere if you have, like, a half-price books or a comic book store. Sometimes they have clearance graphic novels. I don't know if the back issues might be pretty expensive because they're probably limited print runs, but I urge you all to check out Madman. It's one of my favorite comic books just because of the originality, and it's fun. There's one where there's another part where he's fighting a guy, and the guy he's fighting says something to him, and it distracts him, and he kind of thinks for a second. He's like, I'm not sure. The guy he's fighting is like, where'd you learn to fight like that? And he kind of stops, and he's like, I'm not sure. And then the guy throws a chair at him, and he jumps up out of the way, and he just says, you stinky. and it's totally how I would react. Like, you fucking douche. Like, you're trying, It's just the way, like, normal people would talk if they were fighting against somebody. Like, you ass. But because he doesn't swear. That's cool, too, because I swear a lot. So it's kind of neat when you see a hero that doesn't and gets away with it, and it's still entertaining.
All right, and you also want to talk about Trial Magneto.
Yes, I did buy Trial of Magneto #1. I go to Mayhem Comics and Collectibles here in Clive, I think, and when you go up to buy your comics, a lot of times some of the first issues or just issues that come out, they'll get a limited, like
a variant.
2 or 3 different. Some of the variants are like a lot, but there's a couple that the store themselves gets for ordering a certain amount or whatever, and they'll put them on display in the little glass case up there. And occasionally there'll be a variant in there that's like $15. And either I'm already getting it and I want the variant because it's probably going to be worth something maybe, or it's just a really cool thing. I honestly was not going to get Trial of Magneto, but the variant they had was $15 and it was David Finch, artist, and it was Vision in his fucking old red and green and gold, costume, which
with the Dracula looking cape.
Yeah, and it's cool as fuck, and it has really nothing to do with the story inside. Honestly, it really doesn't. I mean, Vision appears.
That always surprises me with some variants. The variant has nothing to do with.
I'll show you some of the variants that I've picked up over the years. Again, if they're more than 15, I won't. It's just that's too much. But 15 to me is kind of like I'm already spending $20. What's another 15? But I try not to. But yeah, so I ended up buying it because, again, I wasn't going to read Trial of Magneto, and I read it when I was at work. I was bored, and it is one of the better X books I've read in a long time. It's kind of a procedural, X-Factor and X-Force. X-Force is out in the field, and X-Factor is with the body doing the autopsy, and they kind of juxtapose the two investigative teams coming to the same conclusion. There's a really cool confrontational scene in the Mutant High Council chambers, and it's just a really excellent book. It's really well done, really well written. The art is fantastic, and just Magneto, you could still do a lot of shit with that character, and I like how they do it. And I do want to reiterate while we're talking about Magneto that there is no finer performance in a superhero movie than Michael Fassbender when his wife and daughter get killed.
Oh yeah, Fassbender. That's
in
one of the biggest travesties of the whole Fox Disney thing. When they do bring the X-Men back, they have to bring back Fassbender because he did a phenomenal job as a young Magneto.
That scene right there, that
was fucking heartbreaking.
That
movie
scene,
sucks, but that scene
when he says "my babies" and then he goes, you can just feel the fucking heart,
The rest of the movie sucks, but that
the rest of the movie fucking blows. Well, except for Olivia Munn and almost nothing.
Psylocke.
Yeah, what's up?
Psylocke sucked in that movie too. Anyway,
yeah, she did.
So
it was just visual.
Real quick, let us talk about
CUP.
We're gonna talk about Phoenix Jones.
Yeah,
the real life superhero. Now, here's a question: have you heard of Phoenix Jones?
You kind of iterated a little bit of it to me.
Yeah, because he rose to prominence where he's really doing talk shows and shit about 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. About 20, I want to say 2011. Is this just Alex
Jones? This is you know what? This is where we go straight back to tinfoil radio with no warning.
No.
We're actually talking about Alex Jones.
But before I mentioned him and before this week's episode, did you know anything about Phoenix Jones?
I honestly thought she was. I thought that was the name of one of the runners.
First of all, it's a he, by the way.
Right, but I because of the way the name was, and there's that runner from the U.S. with the blonde hair. I don't know what her name is, but that seemed like that would be a really kick-ass name for her, Phoenix Jones. Yeah. Also, don't you think that hair
that's her superhero?
Don't you think that would slow her down?
Yeah. So
I don't
his real name is Ben Fodor. And the thing about Ben Fodor, he actually started doing MMA at a young age, and he did it with his brother, and he's actually was pretty good. He had a pretty solid amateur record. I don't remember the record specifically. By the way, I'm just going to go through kind of the bullet points of this video, but you should check out Jay. I'll put a link in the description of this episode, but Jay Aubrey does an amazing 35-minute documentary about Phoenix Jones, and it's awesome. He has a lot of really good videos on his channel. You should check it out. So that's going to be my main source of this, and this was also a thing you mentioned tinfoil radio. I do miss doing a little bit more deep divey stuff and research heavy stuff. But I do want to say I don't want to do that frequently. I don't want to do that weekly. Mm-hmm. This is a once in a while type thing, so just be wary of that.
Yeah, that's
so
what he said about. That's what he said about the long box. Look how that turned
No,
out.
it didn't. That was always a mainstay.
That's what he said about Jake Unlimited. Look how that turned out.
So his secret identity is Ben Fodor, and we'll get to that. But yeah, so he's a fighter, pretty competent fighter.
Kicks
And
ass.
he has 2 kids, I believe. And I don't know. His inspiration was he'd been fed up, and he'd always wanted to be someone to make a difference because he'd been working with special needs kids, working in school. So he has experience like helping communities and doing volunteer work. And this story goes down a sad path, but Ben Fodor, I don't think is necessarily a bad person. I think that he got caught up in something that he created that got way bigger than it should have and caused a lot more publicity than it should have, and I think he just got swept up into it. But so yeah, he'd always kind of had that need to help people and want to help people, so he eventually dons the mask of Phoenix Jones and starts patrolling Seattle. The first appearance, they kind of make fun of his outfit, so then he actually like buys body armor to protect himself. But there are some videos on the internet, and they're fucking terrible quality because they're like 2010, 2011 videos.
Yeah. It's amazing how shitty quality it was.
Right, but just 10 years ago, and you're like, yeah, these fuckers don't even have HD cameras on their phones.
They have like 3 pixels.
They can't even shoot in fucking 1080p.
It's like 3, and they're not even megapixels.
Dude,
they're regular pixels.
Dude, are you shooting in fucking 30 frames? Bump that up to 60. That's what everybody's doing nowadays.
Hey, can we get 250p for the speed? Man, that's fast.
Anyway,
720. What the hell is that?
So he becomes popular because, of course, he's going to be popular. There's this guy that's dressed up as a fucking superhero running around with pepper spray on his hip and like waiting for something to happen. And there's videos going around of him actually like saving this guy, running down a carjacker or a mugger. Sorry, he's chasing him down, and this guy's like, "Oh my god, you're amazing, dude! Fucking yeah!" And more and more videos keep popping up on social media or on like fucking the news, I guess, not necessarily social. I mean, Facebook was around, and Twitter, but they weren't nearly what they are now. Obviously.
Doesn't it feel like there's never been a time when YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook were not around? It does, doesn't it?
Or you remember when we used to not have cell phones?
There was a movie that came out in like 2009, and they were talking about Facebook.
MySpace. One movie I watched, Jennifer's Body. She said it came out in 2009, and she says MySpace, and I was like, "Woof, that's a time capsule."
There was a movie made recently that's supposed to take place in like 2008. The story, and one of the characters is talking about putting someone. Hurt Locker. It was when that was made. YouTube wasn't a thing,
right?
When the movie was supposed to take place, but he's talking about put it on YouTube, and it's just like. That's a fairly common mistake, I'll bet. It just feels like they've been around forever. Anyway.
So he'd been going around and patrolling for a while, and then there was an incident.
What happened?
I'm fuzzy on the year. But again, watch the Jay Aubrey video. There was an incident involving a couple dancing. So this couple, they were, it's outside Seattle. They were just, they were like holding each other, right? Like swaying, I imagine, and kissing. According to what they said, what the couple said.
Yeah.
Phoenix Jones interpreted that as them fighting.
How?
Again, okay, sorry. I might be embellishing. I don't think the couple ever said. Actually, rewind. The couple never ever said they were caressing, but they were just saying they were kissing, is what they said. Okay. They never added. I think my head canon, my brain added that detail. So anyway, their side of the story is no, we were not fighting. We were kissing. Now there were a group of other people around them. And I think they were all dancing too, but he thought it looked like a scuffle, I'm assuming. And what his description of that, but don't pass judgment on Ben Fodor yet.
No.
Because again, I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think that he got mixed up in this whole scenario. So apparently he's had somebody with him that was interviewing him, like a crew. And they were like, go over there, no, it was his cameraman. So the reason why he kept popping up on the internet is he had his own site that he had a camera guy that he paid that followed him around on patrols and shit. It gets dumber.
Yeah.
It gets even sillier. But anyway, so according to him, his cameraman's like, there's people down there, go help. And so he pepper sprays all these fucking people, and they're all like, we were not fighting, we were dancing. and all that stuff happens. And then eventually, this leads to the
Were
fact
they dancing capoeira or what the fuck?
I don't know.
How could you possibly?
It's
think
hard to
dancing
say.
people are fighting.
I don't really think there's good
How
footage.
much acid were you on, Super Dan? I mean,
I don't think
Phoenix
there's good
Jones.
enough footage to tell. Anyway,
Sure,
anyway,
sure.
leave him alone, dude. Why are you
No.
attacking him? He made a mistake.
That's a pretty. How do you get to fucking pepper spray everybody before
No.
you figure out
You're
that
gonna
they
find
weren't
out-
fighting?
You're gonna find out
After
that
the first person you pepper sprayed, you would have been like, "Oh shit, my bad."
you're gonna find out more with this story that as much as I want Ben Fodor, I think's heart is in the right place. He's still alive.
I'm calling bullshit on you, Super Dan.
I think his heart is in the right place. Who the fuck is Super Dan?
That's my nickname for him.
Just call him Phoenix Jones. You psychopath. I don't know why you're crazy for wanting to call him Super Dan because his
Fuck
name
you.
is Ben. Anyway,
Super Ben.
but
It's never gonna end.
anyway,
So yeah,
I think his heart's in the right place, but I think that he has something where I don't think he has like CTE or things like that, but I just think that there's something in him that makes him just sometimes a little bit more aggressive than he needs to be.
so he shouldn't be out patrolling the streets.
Probably not.
So
That's why he's not doing
I'm
it.
fantastic. You know what?
Let me continue with the story.
Sure.
So he's being threatened to have charges pressed and be arrested. So he needs to reveal his identity because they're gonna confiscate his shit. So I shit you not, this is real. Like a fucking low budget movie, there's a press conference with Phoenix Jones. And by the way, at this point, he was doing talk shows and interviews in costume as Phoenix Jones. He had not revealed his identity yet. So just like a fucking movie or a comic book, he takes off his mask. I'm Ben Fodor. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm Phoenix Jones. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy. So he reveals his identity. You think that would be the end of the Phoenix Jones saga. Well, you're fucking wrong, bro. Because even though he is revealed his identity, keep in mind, he's still an MMA fighter. So he uses that to his benefit. You know, he calls himself Ben Phoenix Jones, Fodor or whatever.
Marketing, yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, he does that. But not only that, he starts the Rain City superhero movement.
Oh my god.
This motherfucker made his own comic book universe because he straight up made a fucking superhero team.
No.
I don't remember all the members. The one member that I remember the most because they married, Phoenix Jones married her. Her name was Purple Rain, but not spelled like the rain outside. It was like, the royal rain. And her whole reason of getting into it was she wanted to raise awareness and combat against domestic violence. That was like her cause.
That's
for wanting to do
cool.
that, which is commendable. I like that.
I like that.
And there's other members of the Rain City superhero movement, or the RCSM. I don't know the other ones, but Purple Rain is the one I distinctly remember because she...
Did you just with a straight face say RCSM?
Yes. Anyway, so they do the whole thing about patrolling the streets and making the whole thing. Well, then last year even, or not even, well, not necessarily last year, but there one guy that was a former member of the RCSM, he says...
If you say that one more time, I'm going to shit myself.
He leaves, and he's like, fuck Phoenix Jones. And he goes, listen, Phoenix Jones is a fucking dipshit. He's like, he doesn't fight crime, because Phoenix Jones had this thing where he said, like, I solved, like, he had an X number of cases he believed he solved. Whatever. But this other dude, who he sends in, like, he posts a Facebook post being like, fuck this dude. He beats up drunk people. Like, that's his whole fighting crime, is he beats drunk people. Then he shares a video, which again, potato quality. He shares it outside a bar, and this drunk guy is arguing with Phoenix Jones. There's a whole thing, and Phoenix goes, do you agree to combat? This is important, and I only say that because it's very important, and you're going to hear about this law, and you're going to fucking, it's going to blow your mind. The drunk guy says yes. So now legally, Phoenix Jones could beat the fuck out of this guy, because in Washington, there is a law called agree to combat. So if I want to fight you and I'm really angry at you and I want to beat the fuck out of you, legally, if I make you agree to combat, I can do that.
Even if you're intoxicated?
Do you think they're going to fucking say no to that? because the guy was drunk and in public, so they don't give a fuck. That's something that a lawyer could think about. But I shit you not, that is a real law.
If you agree to combat.
So I could be like, you know what, man? Fuck you. Do you agree to combat? And you're like, yeah, man, I agree to combat. I could fucking knock you out right now. Just drop you like a sack of potatoes. So that kind of starts to show that shows the cracking in the arm, like the pepper spray incident, this incident. You're starting to see.
So what happens with the dude outside of the bar? Does he kick his ass?
Well, here's another thing to point out. You can clearly tell the guy is drunk. And you can clearly tell Ben Fodor does MMA because he's got a fighter stance. Like, he is ready to knock this motherfucker out.
Yeah.
There's that thread goes that thread goes nowhere because it's a random fucking drunk dude. He didn't sue, whatever. But because of that, it shows cracks in the armor, and we already see division in the RCSM, and then eventually they disband. And in that time, Purple Rain and Phoenix Jones, they did get married, but they did get divorced.
Oh my god.
When the RCSM. By the way, again, Purple Rain, she actually has a website for domestic violence, which is awesome. So I like her.
Good for her.
She's good in it. She's the good guy in this story. At least from our side of it, or from what we know. So they break up. And so this really starts to put Phoenix Jones in the downward spiral because his superhero team's done, his popularity's waning, him and his wife broke up. So, and I think there was rumors that he was. No, actually, I don't want to say that because I don't know if those allegations were involved
Drugs?
in the video. No, I was gonna say I don't know. I don't know their relationship and why they broke up, so I don't want to throw any allegations. Yeah. So then later on, we find out that Phoenix Jones has still been active throughout the years, but last year in 2020, he was busted because he was arrested for trying to sell MDMA to an undercover cop. So he'd been using his Phoenix Jones popularity to sell drugs at this point, to which I respond, but everybody knows your identity at this point. But anyway, so he does that and he goes to jail. He's out. Now his whole social media, he brought back the Phoenix Jones social media, but his activism is a little bit different. He's still calls himself Phoenix Jones. He still uses that name, but he doesn't wear a mask or anything. And he's like pro-vaccine. Like, he's been like, hey, everybody get the shot. So he's been like telling everybody to get the COVID shot, which was like, what a weird turn. And then lately on social media, he's been sharing pictures of his armor and shit. Like, maybe there's a comeback for Phoenix Jones. So this whole...
And oh boy, could the world use one.
Now keep in mind, that was just like the Spark Notes version of this. Please go watch the Jay Aubrey video, because I don't know if I'm doing it complete justice, because there's so much
complete justice. It makes me think this guy's a fucking moron.
I think his heart was in the right place. He just didn't understand what he was doing, because he like I said, it's. Let's make this very clear. I am not comparing Phoenix Jones to Mike Lindell, but what I am going to say, this is a cautionary tale. You can, throw in Alex Jones if you want to. This is a cautionary tale when you build your own reality and you build your own delusions
you eat
of grandeur.
Enough of your own bullshit.
Right, you're going to start believing. This motherfucker.
You're going to start spewing it.
He had a fucking comic book style press conference to reveal his identity to the public. At that point, Ben Fodor died. It was all fucking Phoenix Jones at that point, because that is full ego to do that and then start a fucking superhero team. Yeah. Come on. And he went full villain. He flipped the script and went full villain arc with selling drugs to
it's like they took the WWE and they were just like, you know what, we're going to make this happen in real life.
And it was the greatest heel turn ever, because
he'd
been beating up drug dealers, then he became a drug dealer.
For sheer entertainment value, that's pretty cool.
But I am glad that he is out, and he looks like he is getting better, and that's good. I want Ben Fodor and Phoenix Jones to be better. I just stop, because I'll be honest, fun little story before we wrap up the show.
Don't touch me.
Phoenix Jones had an impact on me in a sense.
Whoa.
Because there was a documentary, and I don't remember the name of it, but there was a documentary about people like Phoenix Jones that addressed, and this wasn't just Seattle. Like, this was all over the country.
Oh, vigilantism is a thing.
And this was, believe it or not, this stuff was happening before Kick-Ass. The movie Kick-Ass came out.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Anyway,
there was a DC comic called Vigilante. It was hyper violent. Anyway.
No, but I'm saying like that movie definitely inspired people to do it again, I guess. But even though that movie is very cautionary, be like, if you do this, you will be murdered. Anyway, I was one of those. Listen, you're gonna love this. I was one of those people. And keep in mind, I was in high school. I was a teenager, and I lived in fucking Nebraska City, Nebraska. This was never going to be reality, but I created a character called the Crimson Crusader, and I had this like Under Armour shirt. At the time, I was in shape, so it didn't look really bad on me. Like if I tried it on now, I'd rip through it with my gut. But my gut. But yeah. It was I tried to I built a whole back.
You flew too close to the sun.
I did, because then I was like, this isn't a good idea.
And the wax on your wings.
Yeah, because you know what would happen? You get stabbed.
Icarus. That's fucking.
Let's move on.
That's insane.
So that's the story of Phoenix Jones, and the story of how I was kind of a superhero, even though I didn't patrol. Adam was the one who actually patrolled. So
I didn't patrol.
He did.
What was your superhero name?
I said the Crimson Crusader.
Wait.
Crimson Crusader.
I like how you're just like. Sorry. I like how you're just like, get your hand up. I'll fucking do it.
I know what
you
I'm
don't.
doing.
Jesus.
So let's wrap up this week's show with my favorite segment, because it's about me. It's Jake's Unlimited. Yeah. Anyway,
that was oddly sexual.
All right, so
that's going on the next album.
Welcome to Jake's Unlimited. If you're not familiar with Jake's Unlimited, Jesus Christ, I blew out the mic. Jake's Unlimited is I have a Comixology Unlimited subscription, $5 a month. I got a bunch of books you can read there for only the low price of $5.99, I believe. Sponsorship. Anyway, Bezos money. Sponsorship. Anyway, not yet. Anyway, I have one book for you this week. With the anticipation of Thor: Love and Thunder and having Gore the God Butcher, I thought, why not go to the source? Because Gore was created by Jason Aaron on his Thor run in, I want to say 2013.
Esad Ribic, I think, is the artist.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
She?
No, the art is fucking phenomenal in this book.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, I've been reading volume 1 of The God Butcher, and it's interesting because I never read it when again, I think it came out around 2013. And because that was,
this is also where Loki takes over Sif's body, isn't it?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm still reading through it, but from what I read, what I've been reading, I love it a lot because it's told through 3 different Thor perspectives. It's told from Thor before he picks up the hammer. It's Thor.
When he has
the axe.
Stormbreaker? No, it's not Stormbreaker.
It's just an axe.
Yeah, but it's called something. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
But he hasn't lifted Mjolnir yet.
Yep.
And then there's a Thor that's our time, like more current, more present, and then a Thor from the future where he doesn't have he has a mechanical arm.
King Thor,
yeah. Whatever. So it's told through those 3's perspective, but it's still told about Gore. Gore is the consistent thing in this because the future Thor, at the end of the issue, he's fighting a bunch of minions that work for Gore, and it's such a cool story. Gore, the character itself, is such a really cool, interesting thing. And I think I'm just going to keep going with it. And I think once I'm done with God Butcher, I'm going to read God Bomb because that's also on Comixology Unlimited. But do yourself a favor if you're, and I know it's still a ways out, but if you're excited for Love and Thunder and you want to know more about Christian Bale's character as Gore, you got to read the Jason Aaron books because they're so fucking good. And then I love that Donny Cates did this and somehow managed to tie Null to Gore later on with the all-black sword that Gore uses in this gets tied into Venom. It's fucking cool. So go check out Thor: God and Thunder, Volume 1, The God Butcher, and then keep reading it because it's awesome. Oh, by the way, Jason Aaron, also what got me into his books was the story called Southern Bastards. and it is. I'm gonna check. I'm on Comixology right now. I'm gonna double check and see if that's on Unlimited as well. Southern Bastards. It is. So you can read, I believe, Volume 1 of Southern Bastards. So if you like God of Thunder and you kind of like his writing, I would recommend reading Southern Bastards. Volume 1 is up on Comixology Unlimited. So there you go. Tyler, I think that's another episode.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
I'm looking up, I think it's Gallarhorn is the name of the axe that he uses before he picks up Yarnbjorn. Sorry, Yarnbjorn is the name of the axe that he has in that series. That actually kind of played on. They kind of used elements of that in Infinity War and Endgame, but they made it Stormbreaker, which is Beta Ray Bill's weapon.
You need to give me that. You need to give me that miniseries.
You fucking jackass.
I want to finish the one that came out this year. The 5-issue miniseries of Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah. Dude, that one is good, man.
Anyway, that's it for this week's episode, man.
All right.
Whoa. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that other thing.
Oh, no, you can if you want.
No.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we're going to end that one, end this episode. Really fun. I'm excited for No Way Home. I wonder what they're going to do there.
It'll be fun to rewatch all those movies.
I had to talk about the Phoenix Jones saga because it's such a weird story. And again, there's so much more to it.
It's an interesting story for sure.
So I cannot recommend enough. Again, I'll have the link for it in the description. Check out the Jay Aubrey video because it's 38 minutes of it's so great. I love it. Yeah, so again, the Spider-Man rewatch will be happening later this year. We're going to do it closer to the release of No Way Home in December. Yeah. And we got a lot of exciting stuff.
We'll time it out, correct.
Yeah. You can also check out our off-panel, off-topic YouTube channel. I've been posting video game-related stuff, more pop culture stuff, and we'll try and incorporate that more into the show. Also, I forgot to tell you what I've been enjoying outside of comic books. I was going to say Pscychonauts 2.
Oh yeah,
it's very.
You told me about this.
I played the first one. I love Pscychonauts 2 already, and I'm only a couple hours in. Like it's a game that really. I don't even like platformers. It's a game that really gets you excited to learn more about it because it's such a unique story, such a unique game. I mean, the fact that like enemies in this game are called doubts and. Stop singing. And regrets are things that can drop anchors on you and weigh you down. Like doubts will slow you down.
Regrets will kill you, man.
Because most of this story is happening inside someone's mind. Because every level is inside someone else's mind, and you deal with their own anxieties and depression and addiction. And it's such a cool way to interpret mental illness and mental health. Because even the game itself at the beginning gives you a warning that it's talking about all these things, and then it says this game is about healing. And I think with its tone, I think it's a much like Inside Out. It's a very interesting way to teach kids about mental illness and mental health and how we should take better care of each other. So definitely, if you have Xbox Game Pass, check out Pscychonauts 2. And with that,
fear of the unknown is spiritual paralysis.
And with that, we're going to wrap up this one, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah. Are we doing pew, 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 pew? We're going to do that to end the show.
Why?
Because pew, pew, pew is cool.
Oh, fucking...
Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.